Hello and welcome to the second official podcast of Stran FM. I'm Ginger Dave and we've got a great show lined up for you today. I'm joined here in the studio with a few other Strannies and they're all very excited to bring you the news and scandal of what's been happening this week. So coming up on today's show we have the highlights of last week, and we've got some more unsigned, the new students' favourite, who's facing who, and this week is a scandalous feature, so wait for that. The plumber's opinion, the film review of the week, and then also what's going to be happening later on this week at Stran. So let's get this show started. I'm going to hand over to Peter McHugh. Peter, please tell us what are your highlights of the week?
Okay, so on Monday night we had some usual panto banter, which then turned into a quiet DVD night where we just chilled and fell asleep in Frank's corner. On Tuesday we had a classic round of X Factor, which we'll hear more about later in the programme. Wednesday night was the unbelievably massive Wild West night with a good 20 people there doing some line dancing and all that jazz. And Thursday night finished with a great bang of the week with some great T&L from the usual Andrew Robinson and many others.
Thanks very much, Peter. And as well as having some Strannies in the studio today, we've also got our very own resident plumber. And Alistair, just like to welcome you officially to the show. And I'm very interested to find out what your impression of the Stimulus Union is, just as a first-time visitor and plumber.
I'm very impressed, to be honest. I've only been here a wee while, and I'm impressed with the whole, the mix of copper and brass, chrome and asbestos. It's very steampunk. And just the fact that the three toilets in there, the overflows join into the flush pipe, it's creative. I've never seen it before.
So there you have it, folks, a sterling report on the flush pipes in the Union. Thanks very much, Alistair. Now I'm also very pleased to report that there has been quite a lot of activity on the email front. We at Stran FM welcome any and all suggestions and scandal that you want to share. You just have to email stranfm@gmail.com and we'll be sure to try and share as many of your views as we can. One request that came through the emails this week was to play another Sons of Calibre track for our unsigned part of the show. We're not allowed to use any licensed material in this show, but that just leaves a lovely space for us to air some of Belfast's finest. This next track is from Sons of Calibre and it's called Falling For You.
I'd stop falling for you if you stop falling for me. I'd stop falling for you if you stop falling for me. And I'll stop calling you now. You stop calling me. I'll stop falling for you if you stop falling for me. I'll stop falling for you if you stop falling for me. And then I'll stop calling you now. You stop calling me, you're calling me. But I've been here before, but I've been here before with you. But I've been here before, but I've been here before with you. Oh, with you. Oh, with you. Yeah. I'll stop looking in your eyes if you stop looking in mine. I'll stop holding on to your hand if you tell me it's a crime. And I'll stop giving you affection. Stop giving me your time, giving me your time. But I've been here before, but I've been here before with you. But I've been here before, but I've been here before with you. Oh, with you. With you. With you.
And if you have any other requests to get some local music on the show, you can let us know at stranfm@gmail.com, and we'll try our best to get some more of Belfast's finest unsigned music on air. This next part of the show really caused a bit of a stir last week. Folks, it's time for Who's Facing Who? And I'd just like to begin this feature of the show by making a formal apology, because last week I unfairly singled out a student to use as an example. So Dave the Rave, don't worry about it. I'll not mention you and any older Australians this week or anything at all, so yeah, sorry about that, Dave. Who's Facing Who is really simple. Basically, you email your scandal to stranfm@gmail.com, and we'll make sure that the listeners hear all about it. And we did receive an email from an anonymous source making huge claims about our very own president, and a quote from the email: "Who hasn't Johnny Harper been facing? Or rather, trying to. Absolute scandal." And another rumour from the emails was circulating this week that one of the X Factor contestants actually faced Colin Irwin behind the piano in Frank's corner just to get through to the next round. Come on, judges, our students do not want the fix. This has to be legit. So that's it for Who's Facing Who this week. Make sure you get in touch before next week's show at stranfm@gmail.com to get your scandal on air. And just while we're on the theme of X Factor, we've been able to organise for you guys. One of the contestants has joined us in the studio. Jason, welcome along. Now, unfortunately, Jason didn't make it to the semi-finals, but he's kindly joined us today. So Jason, could you please tell us all about your X Factor experience? Were you pleased with your performance?
No, I could have went a lot better, Dave. Basically, from I started singing, it sort of went to pot.
Right, okay. And do you think you would blame the pressure that's put on competitors these days, or was it more the levels, or how would you rate your performance overall?
The pressure definitely got to me. The judges weren't very helpful or welcoming.
Oh, right, okay. So we've got a conspiracy against the judges here, and who in particular was that?
Ashley, the one that told me to go home.
Very sad news for you, Jason. I'm very sorry about that, man. But even though you're out of the competition, is there anyone that you can see really winning the competition next week at the finals?
Well, the Colin Irwins, and I know that's your band, and I'd like to see them win.
Thanks very much, Jason, for your kind words. And I'd just like to remind everybody that X Factor final is happening on Tuesday night in the Union at 8 o'clock, so make sure you get down there and support the other acts that are going to be performing. Great, now let's go straight to another feature of the show. Just starting this week, we're going to have a film review, and I'm joined in the studio by Jordan and Annabelle. And we've just finished watching it was a movie called Stardust, and we're going to give a quick film review about Stardust. So Jordan and Annabelle, over to you. What are your thoughts on Stardust?
Well, I came to Friday night movie night under the impression I was going to watch The Hangover, and we actually ended up watching this film Stardust, as you said, and to be honest, I'm disappointed. Annabelle disagrees. This is lies. It was a class film. It's not class, and it's untrue and misleading.
Okay, so let's break it down. What do you think were the main downfalls, the pitfalls of the film?
The storyline and the acting.
Okay,
Lads, no, hold on. Robert De Niro as like a drag person. Lads, best actor.
That's the best part of the film. If you want to see Robert De Niro in drag, this is the film for you.
There's also unicorns.
And a unicorn. Okay, the movie had its ups
Okay,
and downs.
let's have a quick plot synopsis of what happens.
So,
very briefly, just talk us through the movie.
a man impregnates a princess from another land and then ends up with her baby because she's a slave. And then a star falls down and a boy goes to get the star.
Because another girl he wanted to marry another girl, and she was like, if you get me a star, I'll marry you.
And then chaos ensues and they all live happily ever after. Or do they? Ooh, you have to watch it to find out.
Yeah, so as you can see, the plot definitely had a lot of pitfalls and a lot of places where it probably went wrong. So apart from that, what about the special effects? How did you rate that, Annabelle?
About an 8.
An 8 out of 10?
Okay, maybe not. Maybe about a 7.
A good 7 out of 10, okay.
Yeah.
And so if you were to recommend this film to anyone, Annabelle, what would the strengths be?
It's a great film. I love it.
Well, there you go. You've heard it from Annabelle herself. It's a great film. And so, Strand people, if you ever want to watch a film on a Friday night...
Make it The Hangover.
Okay. Thanks very much, girls, and we're coming to the end of our show. I think it's time for an update of what's happening next week. So over to Adam and Michael to let us know the plans for Charity Week.
Alright, well, we have a pretty full week filled with charity events. Starting Monday, we have the Comedy and Cookie Corner. I happen to know that Adam Bairdmeister Baird will be there, maybe busting out a few dance moves along with a few jokes. Should be interesting. Followed by some Ultimate Frisbee, which is just a fantastic sport. Everyone
Definitely
should
is.
try and get down for that. And finishing off Monday night with a late night fashion show and bachelor auction, which we happen to know our very own Jason will be the first one to go. So ladies, get down there quick, you know.
That's great, and that's £3 in the Union, and that'll be starting at 8 o'clock. And over to Michael for Tuesday. What's happening on Tuesday?
Tuesday there is bingo from 1 to 2 in the Union, and there's a bake sale in the Central Building as well. So make sure you hit both of those.
And I've heard there's also going to be some busking there with Richard Greenwood leading the troops as well.
From 4 to 5 there's going to be volleyball in the sports hall. At 8 o'clock there is the X Factor finals. We've already had an interview from our unsuccessful contender, but very exciting to see who wins. Ginger Dave's here. He's going for it. He's going for gold.
For the win, you know.
Yeah.
Alright, that's everything for Tuesday. Moving on to Wednesday, 2 to 3, we have the Flash Mob and busking at City Centre. Always just a great thing to get down to. It's going to be pretty epic. 4 to 6 then, we have the hen and stag parties, which are airsoft and
It's called Polar Size.
well, there you go. That's everything you need to know about Polar Size. And then 7 to 8, we have the pizza and pamper in the Union, and just pizza with anything, you know, gotta get down there. And then 8 till 8, we'll be finishing off with our very own Stranmillis wedding. I think this could be the first Stranmillis
I think you're right, Adam. It's definitely the first wedding I know of. Well, the first official wedding that I know of. £3 in the door at the Union on 8 o'clock.
And on Thursday we're going to end the bang. On 1 to 2 there's going to be a beauty parlour and pageant in the Union, so get down to that. 4 to 5 there's netball and sports hall. 7:30 to 10 there's going to be Stran's Got Talent.
Are you going to enter that, do you think?
I considered it, but unfortunately my partner that I do these things with is away on a Thursday night, but perhaps another night.
Okay, nice one.
TNL, which is always great to be there, and that's actually how we're finishing off Thursday night, TNL in the Union, so get down to that, it'll be good. You never know, I could be performing there.
With your kazoo?
Yeah, kazoo.
Great. Lovely. Thanks very much, lads. And we've reached the end of our show. Thanks to everyone who got involved. And don't forget to get in touch at stranfm@gmail.com. This is Stranmillis.